we are on site. I would like to talk to you about Lactobacillus reuteri. Do you know that Lactobacillus reuteri has been studied well? This is helpful in many of the illnesses of the GI system, particularly diarrhea and constipation. You don't have to take any pharmacologic drugs. It's the live bacteria, Lactobacillus reuteri, and many other Lactobacillus species that could also fix the problem. So let's begin. If you like this topic, please click the like button and hang on to the end of the video because we're going to discuss the details of the benefits of Lactobacillus reuteri, R-E-U-T-R-I, the benefits of many different pathology or symptoms of the GI tract. So let's begin. Lactobacillus reuteri is a DSM 17938. It was renamed as Lactobacillus reuteri, or L. reuteri. It's easy to ferment, and if you have any questions on how to do it on your own, you can do so at home. It is a probiotic well defined for its beneficial effects on some gastrointestinal diseases. The mother strain ATCC 55730, a clinically proven probiotic, was isolated around 1990. It's good recent bacteria. The strain was later cured from two plasmids, which generated the strain that is used today, L. reuteri DSM 17938, obtained from the removal of antibiotic-resistant gene-carrying plasmids from Lactobacillus reuteri ATCC 55730. This paper that I'm sharing with you was written by Angela Saviano, published in Medicina, from Rome, Italy. The group was really helpful in terms of giving us some kind of elucidation of the benefits of this organism. The paper is titled Lactobacillus reuteri DSM 17938 in diarrhea and constipation, two sides of the same coin. This is a very interesting bacteria. I remembered when I was in Mexico and I had the Revenge of Montezuma kind of Revenge of Montezuma symptoms. I got it from drinking a tamarind drink in one Mexican restaurant. It was great because it was tasty, but then I developed the symptoms of the traveler's diarrhea, we call it. And what I did was not to take Loramide or Lomotil, which is usually what we would give for diarrhea, traveler's diarrhea. I was able to bring probiotics, Lactobacillus and Bifidobacterium. And lo and behold, the symptoms disappeared the following day and was able to enjoy the trip in Mexico with my best friend. Thanks, these duty edits. So let me continue. Lactobacillus reuteri can colonize in different human body sites, including primarily the gastrointestinal tract, but also the vagina. So it's very important also that the mother takes these lactobacillus, because especially when the baby passes, then the lactobacillus is also transmitted to the baby that will protect them. Recently, the interest in this probiotic significantly increased thanks to the properties in the prevention and treatment of the numerous gastrointestinal symptoms and disorders, both in children and adults. Take, for example, exploring the function in the intestines of the healthy individuals. Its role is regulating gut microbiota and mucosal homeostasis. Mucosa is very important in the defense mechanism of the entry of the parasites into the gastrointestinal tract. If the mucin layer is destroyed by what you call intestinal permeability or leaky gut, mucin is important. And you can, I can tell you this, that by supplementing yourself with regular intake of clove powder. So what I've been doing is to make a tea out of moringa or artichoke, and you put a dash of clove every day. That will help in fortify the defense mechanism of the intestine. Moreover, if you take antibiotics, that's like almost like a bomb that's thrown in the gastrointestinal tract in the microbiota. Why? Because this will eliminate the probiotics of the microbiota, which is supposed to defend your system. So what happens? This particular organism, Lactobacillus reuteri, will restore the balanced composition of the human microbiota communities. It is both useful in the functionality and gastrointestinal symptoms. For example, it's good for the treatment of acute watery diarrhea. It is very common in food poisoning. You go to a Chinese restaurant, for example, your Bacillus cereus from the rice gives you watery diarrhea. By taking Lactobacillus reuteri, and the study was done among 6 to 36 months age of patients having a rotavirus, the, the Lactobacillus reuteri is compared to the uh, to the placebo. Within 5 days, the symptoms disappeared with rotavirus. In patients with watery diarrhea, and a study by Guadagnini is saying Lactobacillus reuteri also improved the symptoms of diarrhea. Hi, Willpowering Game, N2Z. Thank you. So, indeed, the mean duration of watery diarrhea was 1.5 days. Very interesting. In the group taking large doses of Lactobacillus reuteri. This you can ferment on your own. And if you leave a note to me on the video, I can also give the link of my video giving the instructions on how to make this reuteri. For example, in another study carried by two multi-center randomized clinical trials, it found that the use of Lactobacillus reuteri was able to decrease the duration of acute diarrhea up to 15 hours in children aged between 3 months and 5 years. Now you have to be guided by your doctor when you start these things, because this is a live bacteria. Moreover, it was able to reduce the length of hospital stay for those patients with watery diarrhea. After 2 days of treatment with Lactobacillus reuteri, equivalent to 55% of children were diarrhea-free versus only 15% of children in the control group. So that's significant. 55 versus 15%. Urbanska, in another study, in the review, highlighted that the frequency of diarrhea in children at a dosage ranging from 10 to the 8th power of colony-forming units daily for 5 to 7 days. The result was also the same. The frequency and the episodes of diarrhea improved. So what am I talking here? Lactobacillus reuteri. It's a form of probiotic that you can ferment yourself. If you use this will also prevent you from having these episodes of watery diarrhea, like predisposition to food poisoning, from the most common cause is the rice, the Chinese fried rice that's kept in room temperature for a long time. Of note, the hospitalization dramatically decreased because of the symptom improving significantly. What about lactobacillus related to antibiotics, or for example, from the Helicobacter pylori, which can cause gastric ulcer? The results were also positive. The Lactobacillus reuteri were noted to form a biofilm in probiotic functions, inhibits the production of pro-anti-inflammatory cytokines, and prevents intestinal overgrowth of other commensals, such as other fungus and other intestinal enterotoxigenic E. coli that dwells in the colon that travels to the small intestine. Now, these bacteria specifically also improve the symptoms of abdominal pain, diarrhea, nausea, and bloating. So if you have these symptoms, consider using these probiotics because this is very helpful. You don't need medications for this. You need live bacteria that you need to eat daily as part of your routine. For example, for me, I tell my patients to ferment their own bacteria, use this for your breakfast, use this for your smoothie together with a kefir, and add a little bit of, for example, blueberry that you blenderize. This makes a good smoothie. I add also 4 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil to help also the presence of the antioxidants, especially the omega-3. Lactobacillus is very useful in your health. If you like this kind of video, if you like this kind of content, please subscribe and share. I will continue on and give you more benefits about Lactobacillus reuteri. In children, this was also used for chronic constipation in children, common in gastrointestinal disorder that affects patients of all ages and several impact the quality of life. Lactobacillus reuteri in many literature studies showed the ability to produce the short-chain fatty acid. These short-chain fatty acids are three: butyrate, which heals the leaky gut, propionate, and acetate. Consistently, this lactobacillus bacteria is helpful in promoting health of the gut. For example, the leaky gut and the dysbiosis, which is also a harbinger for common chronic illness like autoimmune disease like Hashimoto's, multiple sclerosis, dementia even. And in another video, this type of bacteria also helps the metabolism. That's why it is also helpful in maintaining or even uh, uh, healing the disorders of metabolism, especially uh, diabetes and indirectly hypertension, and also visceral fat obesity. Together with other bacteria such as Lactobacillus gasseri. The, the final discussion of this is really that you don't need pharmacological treatment for these symptoms of watery diarrhea, constipation, because there's a natural cure for that. Food, Lactobacillus reuteri fermented bacteria, or yogurt. I do this in my office. I give this to my patients, and it has provided a lot of significant impact on my patients. If you have questions about this method, please drop a comment, ask questions, and I will answer you or give you a discussion about this thing. In the next video, I'm going to talk to you about how an organism like Lactobacillus gasseri can also affect the metabolism and, in fact, even uh, decreasing the visceral fat, even without exercising and specific diet that you might indulge in usually. So this is Dr. Raul Enad. This is about Lactobacillus reuteri, about constipation and diarrhea. Till next time, thank you very much. Have a good day.